All right, everybody, welcome back to Waters of the Deep. I, as always, am your grateful host, Lord Z. We are killing time because it's Easter, so some of us are just a little bit behind, but that's okay because, holiday stuff. Uh, let's go through and do a recap real quick. So we are in a discovered tunnel underneath Haven, seemingly hand carved, very tight fitting, as if a quadrupedal creature designed them. And the party has been hunting this creature, this Hollowed One creature, which was a contract given by the Order of Alari to Miss Pearl in exchange for them not hunting her. This was part of that deal many months ago. And they were watching the hole and they interacted with the creature. Silt had a little close encounter of the fifth kind, so to speak. And watching the hole, and Pearl just kind of finally said, "Fuck it," went face first into the hole, and Gallon, being a good friend and teammate, followed her, and eventually the rest of the party figured out that they went in the hole and followed them. And they ended up here, where Gallon discovered the journal of a man slipping into insanity. And then noises, and Gallon and Pearl hid in a bone pile while this thing stalked around its lair, almost discovering them before Odess did some fancy prestidigitation, creating loud noises and distracting it. And then it's been a fight with the shadows ever since. And that's where we left off. Notes for players, since it's been a while. Odess has his Spirit Guardians up. That's our little 15-foot bubble here. And the 10-foot cube is a grease spell from Pan of War, Squiggle Feast. But yeah, with that recap in mind, to give Brad an extra moment, let's go through and do introductions in case we have any new viewers. So, short, sweet, to the point, or however much you want to give us. Mike, you're first.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Mike. I play Taddy, a mischief fairy rogue. Uh, Not much more to really say about all that, other than that's what he likes to do.
All right. And then we have Katie.
Hey everybody. Katie playing Silt, the Tabaxi, mostly warlock, with a God Whip. A little surly, but I've warmed up, I think.
All right. Pamela.
Hi, everybody. I am Pearl. I am a fighter who occasionally likes to have little Bloody Marys, legit, once in a while. And I like to get myself in trouble at all cost.
I think it would be more fair to call yourself a gunslinger than a fighter.
I'm a fighter.
Fighter class, but you're a gunslinger.
Some.
She's not a lover. She's a fighter.
I'm not a
Jeremy.
lover. I'm a fighter. Mm-hmm.
Hi, I am Panowar Squiggle Feast. I am a gnome. I'm uh, completely forgot what my class is called.
Artificer.
Artificer, that's it. I'm an artificer. I am here to weaponize cuteness and explosions.
Accompanied
Also, I
closely
have my
by.
faithful,
Yep, go ahead.
my faithful servant, Sir Waddles.
All right. Becca.
I am Becca playing Gallon, the Sea Elf Gloomstalker Ranger, and I am here to help my friends and try and not shoot them.
Keyword try. I
Yeah,
could pull
very
up the
much a
script.
try. Yes,
And
very much try.
Brad, if you're here.
Hello, everybody. I'm Brad, and I am currently playing Otis, the Simic Hybrid Tempest Cleric.
All right. Short, sweet, to the point. I love it.
Good old Odie.
We start this round with the chambers filling with wails and screams. The hollowed one.
Wait,
has
you
been-
said Wales.
Yes, Wales.
And I thought, wait a minute.
WAILS.
Which game?
I know this is
Which
an.
game
I
are we
know this.
playing?
I know this is an ocean campaign, but
No.
WAILS.
Still
Yes.
have a little bit of PTSD there for a second.
Just a little bit, yeah.
I don't remember the walls caving in. What the fuck?
Not yet.
Oh God.
Thanks for a layer action though.
Just say night's still early.
So yes, the caverns filled with wails and screams from every direction. I will remind you guys that the hollowed one has been jumping from shadow to shadow, so to speak. Teleporting, more accurately. And the one last note that I missed is Pearl, don't forget you are walking on the ceiling, so you are inverted right now.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But with that, Gallon, it is your turn.
I can't remember where this beast was making a clockwise tunnel rotation. I'm just trying to remember where it is and where it was. I'm gonna stay put with an arrow notched, ready to shoot for my next turn.
Okay, so a held action, shoot if anything pops out. Fair.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pearl.
Alrighty, so last time I checked, I think he had run off or something, and we were just in the middle of.
Yeah,
Well,
it's been popping in and taking a swing and then popping back out.
Okay,
it's
so I
kind
am.
of a crapshoot right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna be crawling kind of here.
Okay.
Obviously on the ceiling.
Yeah. Well, you can walk now, not crawl, but yes.
Well, I wanted to do it on the ceiling.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're on the ceiling, so.
Beautiful.
Anything else? Did you want to hold an attack action or? So just a reminder, if you want to hold your attack action, kind of like what Gallon did, you just say, I want to hold my action to attack either a specific creature or any creature if it comes into my view. But you have to say it now on your turn, because if they pop up and you didn't say it, you don't have a held action.
Then yes, I want to hold my action.
Okay. And that's it for you?
And that's it, just keeping an eye on this thing.
All right. Then that brings us to Otis.
Okay. Let me see here. I'm going to move here. I don't know where you want me to go exactly. Basically along the wall, which I believe the Spirit Guardians would cover that entrance at least.
Yep.
And I will hold my attack action if that thing comes around the corner.
A melee attack action?
Yeah.
Okay. Just being clear with you, because you have cantrips, so.
Yeah, I got all kinds of crazy shit in here.
All right, and that's it for you?
Yeah, that's it for me now.
Taddy, if I remember correctly, you are up near the ceiling, and you have become one with the mud wall.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And just about every turn I have held my attack action because I have a silvered rapier in my hand and was ready to attack when he came around the corner.
That's right, because you found out last week he is immune to psychic damage.
Yeah.
You're welcome for that, by the way.
So I was thinking about shifting gears for a turn. My fairy spells.
Mm-hmm.
I was more specifically my fairy fire. I was contemplating using that next time he pops around the corner.
So
It
that's...
just
That is an
It just
action.
requires verbal components.
Yeah.
No
No, I mean,
somatic, no
so
materials.
your held action can be a spell. It doesn't have to be a melee attack. So you can hold the casting of this fairy fire, but the way it works with spells, and you don't have to worry about it. Well, you might have to worry about it. But the way it works with spells is if it's a leveled spell and you hold it and you don't cast it, you still lose the spell slot.
Yeah,
how it works.
that's what I'm
But
kind
with
of
this
concerned
being
with.
with this being an innate spell because of your race, we have to look up at what the conditions are.
Yeah, that's why I was inquiring.
Oh, is it you can only use it once?
So you can only cast a
Yes.
spell once per long rest.
Ooh.
Yes.
Once
But
each
it's
for
it's
Enlarge,
innate.
Reduce, and Fairy Fire. So you won't burn a spell
Yes.
slot, but you won't be able to try to cast that again until you've had a long rest.
Yeah.
So the wording makes it even if you don't cast it, you can't try to cast it again until you finish a long rest.
Correct. So
Okay.
let me double check that wording. Once you cast the spell, you can't cast it again until you finish a long rest. And with holding it, you're casting the spell, you're just holding the release of the spell. That's why you'd still burn a spell slot. Even if you don't let it go. So if you want to hold it, absolutely you can. But if it doesn't go off, you can't try again
Yeah.
until you've had a long rest.
Well, what I'm worried about is well, I got a 60-foot range on this. I got a pretty good sight from everywhere. Yeah, I'm gonna try holding the casting of Fairy Fire for when he peeks around the corner.
Okay.
Next corner he peeks around, I want to shoot him with it.
All right.
Cast it on him.
That's it for you?
That's it for me. Maybe continue becoming one with the wall while I hide.
Yeah, no, you rolled in the 30s last time, if I remember correctly. So I'm.
Yeah. You want me to roll again for
Nope.
new round or?
You are one with the mud right now.
Okay.
Pan and Sir Waddles.
I am going to hold an action to shoot him if he shows up.
Okay.
And I suppose Sir Waddles is just gonna sit there looking cute. You know what? No, he's gonna hold an action to punch if he gets within range.
Okay.
That's probably a better use of that time.
Is that it for you guys?
Yes.
All right. Silt.
So I believe last time I attached the Grand Tempest to the Chain of Returning.
That is correct. I remember that.
Okay, so this round I'm going to hold my melee attack with that.
Okay.
And I think I chose this spot because it can see quite a few entrances. So
Yep. So that will increase. You've already got a 10-foot range on Tempest, and that increases your range by. You have a lot of shit in your inventory.
I know. It is by 30 feet extra.
Okay. So you've got a 40-foot reach with your whip, which reminds me of that wonderful TikTok where the guy whips a full-ass chain and you hear it snap.
Oh my.
It's like a naval vessel anchor chain.
I have not seen that, but those sound like the vibes that I'm channeling right now.
Yeah, craziness. So seemingly all at once. Bear with me. You guys remember when you went to see the captain of the guard who was all crazed out and shit
Mm-hmm.
in
Yeah.
the prison cell.
Yeah.
Yeah. About that.
Kill it before it lays eggs.
I was gonna say, what do you mean, and who is it?
Multiple seemingly commoners appear at the entrances with that same crazed look that the captain of the guard had.
Cool. Yep.
Now, due to wording, so Odes, you get to drop your spiritual weapon on that one next to you. The Hollow touched 4.
Brad says
And,
okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bash you guys on wording, but I will point out for future reference, because I may be a dick in the future. Some of you said if he shows up, not if anything shows up. So,
Oh yeah, I totally did.
yeah, I know you did, but I will let everybody who has a held action use the held action if appropriate against whatever they see fit. And Silt, you're the lucky one. Because old boy pops up in a shadow right next to you.
Of course.
So
I have 40-foot reach, and he pops up next to me.
Yep. But Pearl, you'll get an attack of opportunity, or not an attack of opportunity. You can see the hollowed one from where you are, and Tatty, you can see him from where you are as well.
Okay. So I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
Excellent choice.
Didn't let me drop that on him. Oh, he rolled a nat 1. Hard fail.
Nice.
So per Fairy Fire, object in a 20-foot cube within range are outlined in blue, green, or violet light, your choice, which would be green for me. Each creature in the cube is also outlined if it fails its dexterity saving throw. For the duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius and cannot benefit from the invisible condition.
Okay. You have a chance to get that other hollowed one in there too. Did you want to take that?
I am not super worried about anything but him.
Okay.
If I can hit him and avoid Silt, I suppose the hollowed one and hollow touch number 3.
Okay.
I don't think it would reach 1, and if I try for 2, I'm probably going to get Silt. I don't think
no.
Silt wants to run around shiny.
We can drop
I
it
mean-
on 3 and see how it goes. He fails, so drop the effect on 3 as well.
Okay.
I'm happy to make a dex save if I need to.
That's all right. I'm only really worried about him, but I figure. I mean, all it's going to do is make them glow green, and they can't go invisible on us. So.
So I actually need you to drop that ability on yourself.
Oh yeah.
For the concentration. And I will adjust these codings just a little weird on them. There we go. Okay, and then that's on you. You're not illuminated.
No.
Which means I also need to take all of this off. should be good. So that was your held action. Otis, you did your spiritual weapon. He is out of reach of melee. Pan, you can take a shot at something. You cannot see the hollowed one from where you are. Jeremy?
What about? Can I see number 2 from where I'm at? I think. Yeah.
I'd say number 2 with a -5. Because you're just clipping that corner and you're shooting past Gallon.
Yeah, it's kind
I mean,
of
So that'd be a tight one.
You got
Okay, what
1, 4,
1.
1. Got 3 options, bro. He wants to go for a difficult one?
Well, I was thinking that that one looked like it might be sneaking up on Gallon.
A true gentleman of the chivalrous order and founder of the chivalrous order would protect the ladies.
I mean, if it was your action, I'd say just shift over, but since it's a held action,
Yeah. That'll hit. Did
Very
you-
little.
You gave that a +5, not a -5, my friend.
Oh, okay. Would a
Hold on. Let me
20
see.
18?
Yeah, it still would have hit.
Sorry about that.
Nope, it's all good. Happens to the best of us. So that was your action. Sir Waddles has a punch, so that won't do anything here. Gallon, you have your held action, which I believe is 3 attacks now.
Wait, if we hold an action, do we get to take all of our attacks?
Yes. So you actually get 2 shots, don't you?
Oh, I thought you just got like 1 because it was a held thing.
No, so we did that in the past, but I looked it up. If you hold your action to do a ranged or melee attack, you get the full ranged or melee attack you would have normally gotten.
Oh. Oh, okay. Do you mind if I shoot him again then?
Yeah, just make sure you click the -5 this time.
Yep, I missed. Okay.
And that one misses. All right. So Gallon, you get your 2 shots, not 3.
Mhm.
That was my mistake.
Yeah. No, that's okay. I was just gonna take 2 anyways. I am shooting at the hollow touch in front of me.
Okay. Which one? There's 2.
Oh, there is.
You got
Oh, shit, you're
1
right.
to your right and 2 to yourself.
Oh, I'm gonna take the one to my right.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, my cat. Shit, sorry, I don't know what that's doing.
It's all right. It didn't drop on him. That hits.
You cannot bite my keyboard, child. So does that hit?
That did hit.
Frida, you're on my mouse.
Okay.
Move.
And this is my hunter's mark, yes?
No, because
Or is it dreadful strike?
you have the hollowed one marked. Your dreadful strike. God, it's been a month. You get a limited
too long.
number of uses, and you can use your dreadful strike once per turn. So you can
I've
use
got
your
2
dreadful strike
left.
if you wish, but you only have 2 left until the next time you go to sleep.
Mm-hmm. All right, then I'll just drop damage.
Okay, that's 4 points of damage.
That's 1.
That'll hit. And that's 3 points of damage.
All right, that's my turn.
All right.
Thanks.
That's your held action. Pearl, you get your 2 shots.
Perfect. So I'm gonna target this little guy, and I'm gonna use my pistol and try to aim right in his head.
Okay. Which one is this little guy? There's like.
Did I not target him?
Nope.
Hold on. No, I did not. Okay, sorry. Number 2. There you go. I'm with back over here, like
Okay.
Frida's laying in the mouse pad. Okay. Now, yeah. So let's see.
That'll hit.
Beautiful.
So that's 9 points of damage. I need you to start remembering this, Pearl. But your pistol has Vex, so if you get a hit, your next hit has advantage before the end of
Completely
your
forgot
next turn.
about that.
So you get advantage
Gotcha.
on your next shot.
Beautiful.
That goes for
So
everybody.
then-
Keep track of your weapons properties if you have weapons mastery.
Is my pistol Vex?
I know.
It probably would be, but I don't think you have weapon masteries. You do not, so it doesn't matter for you.
Huh.
It's like barbarians, fighters.
It's okay, little buddy. I don't have it either.
Yeah. Rogues, they get weapon mastery. That shot misses though. And
Can I use an extra attack?
No, because this is a held action. This isn't a turn.
Okay.
Last but not least, Silt.
Okay. Well, I will reach out and whip the hollowed one with. I'll just hold on to the chain. I'm not going to use.
Yeah, given
Chain.
it extends the reach out out to 40 feet. It doesn't mean you have to use the full 40 feet for it to be effective. So anything within that range, that chain will allow you to do.
Okay. And this motherfucker. I think I'm going to use a luck point for advantage.
Okay.
Can I do that since it's a held action? I can't do that, can I? That's
let's
okay. I don't need to do it.
Well, hold on. Let me check. It doesn't cost any action to use a luck point. So if you want to use a luck point to give yourself advantage on the roll, you can.
All right, let's do it. This one wet. There we go.
That'll hit.
Boom.
Uh, 7 resisted down to 4. Let me just make sure that's. Yep, that's accurate.
Okay, so he's got slow on him now, so his speed's reduced by 10.
Okay. Until the start of your next turn.
Yep.
Beautiful. And you only get the 1 attack, right?
Oh no, I get 2 attacks actually.
Do you? I thought you only had 1.
Yes, I do. I do not, because I'm a rogue, or I'm the back thirsting blade invocation.
Ah, there it is.
It's
Okay.
fine.
I was looking for it to see if you had it, and I skimmed over it. So, yep, you get a second attack.
Oh, that should not have been an advantage.
Okay.
I
just
think,
roll
right?
roll again regular. No, it should.
How do I?
You only get advantage on per luck point, and I think you can only use 1 luck point per turn. So
How do I take it off?
Just click
Just
it
hit
again,
disadvantage. It'll take one off.
or that.
But it now, so it's not highlighted advantage, but it highlights
So
disadvantage.
don't click
Yeah.
anything and just roll to hit again.
Okay.
So if it automatically
Oh,
rolls at
you get
advantage,
you get advantage because he's fairy fired.
Oh,
So
okie dokie.
that's my bad. I forgot about that completely. Give yourself the luck point back. You didn't have to burn that.
Okay.
And that first roll will count, so it will be a hit.
I don't know how. Do I just click on the place where I clicked before for the lucky point?
Just click the check mark, and it'll uncheck it.
Okay, cool. Okay, so well, let me see what happened. Did it?
So the first one you rolled hit with a dirty 20.
Okay,
So
okay.
go ahead and roll damage.
Cool.
Yeah, I completely forgot all about the fairy fire. That's my bad. So 11 resisted down to 8.
Right.
All right.
Oh, and this should be the. I think I forgot to put the. Do I have the radiant damage on
Yeah,
it?
You do. You have.
I do,
effect on
okay.
yourself.
Perfect. Good.
Yep.
Okay, good. That's it.
All right. That is going to bring us to the next round. Top of the next round. And we're going to do it this way. He's going to run over and swing at Pearl. Double check how I built these guys. Okay. So he's going to run up, and he's got these jagged fingernails, and he's going to swing them at you. First one, 21 hits you, right, Pearl?
Yeah.
It does. So that's 7 points of damage. Second one misses. Gallon, you're up.
Doing the same thing.
All right. That'll hit. 4 points of damage.
Oh, I don't think that went.
And that one misses.
Yes. All right. That's my turn.
Alright. This guy. Yeah, not a chance in hell. Sir Waddles can take his held action to make a melee attack against him. That's a miss. And he's going to claw at him. First one misses. Second one misses. Pearl.
Alrighty.
So if you attack the same one, it's going to be at disadvantage because that other one's standing right next to you now. So you'd have to switch to melee or... Well, hold on a second because you've... Nope, never mind. You're good because you've got the gunner feat. Disregard.
Okay. Alrighty. So same dude.
Oh, hold on. You've got 2 people
What?
targeted.
Oh no.
It's okay, I got you.
I was aiming for the original dude. Okay.
Yep, nope, I got you. You're good. 18 will hit. Roll damage.
Mm.
Beautiful. 7 points. And I will say before you take your second shot, you are in a perfect opportunity to use your boomstick against the one standing right next to you if you want, since you always want to use it.
Let's do it.
Just a suggestion.
Let's do it.
All right, let me target the new guy for you, and then you got to drop the save. So under your boomstick, the Dex 15 DC. Click that.
Hold on.
Do you need me to show you? Because this is the first time we've done it this way since I programmed.
Yeah, no, just tell me where it is, because I don't see it.
It's right under your weapons, under the
Okay.
class fighter. It's the
Gotcha.
second one. So boomstick.
Okay.
It'll be the Dex DC 15 save, just like
Gotcha.
casting a spell as Miss Holly.
Okay, got it.
So I've got him targeted for you. You just got to drop the Dex save.
Okay. Come on. Why isn't it
You should
doing it?
there.
Okay, there you go.
Well, it
Okay.
went twice, but
Sorry. I have freed out half of my mouse, so.
oh, you dropped it on yourself. Just click
Oh,
the
no.
little blue die right next to it. There you go. He failed. So now click the damage, the red one, the red button.
Okay.
So that's 10 points of damage to him. Anything else for your turn?
That's it.
Alright. Crazed 3. Straight at Silt.
He's a strong little fellow, though. Frida, I need you to move.
This
'cause you're a
one
little-
has a shiv,
Thank you.
and he misses. Odess, you're up.
I don't know if you're talking, but you're muted.
Oh, thank you. Just checking the thing real quick. Or ends its turn there. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Am I able to move that 15-foot bubble, or is that yours to move?
So that's where you are
All right.
currently.
I am gonna move. I'm guessing about 10 feet this way would probably be okay.
Trying to get the other guy in the bubble.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get him in the bubble, so that'll drop it probably what?
So you'd have to go another 5 feet down.
So about 15.
Alright.
So let's go about there. So that's 15. That'll hit him with this.
That's perfect.
So let me I believe it's shift targets him, right?
Control. Left control.
Control. Thank you. Targeted. He fails.
Mm-hmm.
Hit him with some radiant damage. Okay. So now I have, because I have my boots on, so that gives me a total of 60 feet. I am going to move. I think if I move there, I might be able to get both of them.
Not quite.
Maybe not.
You'd have to be where Pan is to get both of them. Or above Pan would work.
So could I move like through Pan space to like right there?
So let me try to move the circle. So that'd be, yeah, that's 45 feet of movement.
Okay. So if I read the spell right, I think the wording on this
It's
changed.
every time they enter the space or end their turn in it. So they both roll
Okay.
now.
Boom, boom. And with that, oh god, I love this targeting system.
They both take 15.
Okay, and then for my actual action, I'm going to cast Pull the Dead on number 4.
Okay.
This is so suspenseful because I can't see any of what Odessa is doing because that's all in shadow for me.
He
He
succeeded.
succeeds,
Wow.
so no damage.
Okay.
With a
All right.
-2
40,
modifier. How about that?
45 feet. All right. Yeah. I'll just I'll stick right there for now.
All right. Taddy, you're up. So Silt, to fill you in, he basically just like ran around that corner of the map so that all 3 of them were affected by his spirit guardians. Some strategical placement.
I'm not gonna lie. I had to go back and reread that spell.
No, in rules as written, you can keep moving back and forth and pop like 3 or 4 on a target in one turn if you do it right.
Yeah. I can be a little game breaking now at
A
times.
little bit, but especially if you got 60 feet of movement.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, go ahead.
Alright, so yeah. Let's see. 25. He's only 25 feet away. So I'm gonna rush up. Flank him from the north side there of Silt. And stabby stab with the rapier.
All right, advantage for flanking. Katie, are you flying?
Yeah.
You are.
Well, floating.
Yeah. That's right, because I said the floor is mud, which halves your guys' speed. So, Otis, you shouldn't have been able to run that far, but I forgot. That's my bad. So, don't forget, if you're walking on the ground, you're half speed. For future.
I forgot that's why I was flying too. I just
Yep.
thought it was I wanted 60 feet.
I just saw the +5, and I was like, wait a minute. But Taddy, you hit for 8 points of damage.
Okay. And my rapiers have Vex.
Yep. So next attack before the end of your next turn, you'll get advantage.
An all advantage anyway
No,
because he's got
wait a
fairy
minute.
fire and flanking and
Yep.
and don't forget sneak attack like I did last time.
You did have
That's
advantage,
actually what I was just getting ready to bring up.
So yeah, you could roll the d6s and I'll tack them on.
Okay.
I'm just
Actually,
gonna say it sucks not playing for a month.
yeah.
I feel like we just walked into a high level one shot. We're all trying to figure our characters out.
Especially after just changing them recently.
So that's an extra 10 points of damage.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Brad. We're not all staring directly at you, blaming you for that comment or anything.
Hey,
totally
Vegas
no
was calling my name. I'm sorry.
Pam's kind of to blame too.
Don't tell me that. I was only one weekend. I do not want to hear it.
One weekend that happened to be when we were playing D&D.
Yeah,
Yes,
Pam,
it's a
it's all your
weekend.
fault.
We did still play.
Weekend.
We made it work because we're devoted.
Yeah.
What else were you gonna do, Mike? Sorry.
No, it's okay. So sneak attack is 4. I only ran 3 because I actually want to use one of my sneak attack abilities.
All right.
But 4, I make the choice because I have 2 choices that I'm thinking of right now. But is he floating?
He is not.
So he's got feet. He's standing.
Yep. He has
I want
gone
to try
back and forth between being bipedal and quadrupedal.
Okay, so what I want to do is essentially rush up, stab him with my rapier, and then I want to do a leg sweep.
Okay.
And try and trip him.
Okay. Throw that deck save. He fails.
Ooh. There you go, Teddy.
So knock his ass down.
So
Patty
he
just
is-
wrecking this dude's shit.
He is
At-
prone.
And then I am going to use my bonus action to disengage. That's an option, isn't it?
Yep.
My cunning action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm going to back off just 5 foot because I think that's all the movement I had left.
Okay. And that's it for you then?
Yes.
Alright.
Is it not enough?
I'm
I stabbed the fucker, made him glow,
I'm just
and
making
land him on the
sure.
ground. Get him, guys! He's down! He's down!
Crazed 2 is going to come and I almost forgot the advantage for flankage. But he's got a shiv. Still misses. Crazed 4. Come on. Try and shiv Pan. He nat 1s. Odess and Pan, if you want to do an attack of opportunity, you are welcome to. In exchange for your reaction.
Yes. Yes, I would.
And then he's
I'm
going to
just
end his
trying-
turn there as well, so you can drop his wisdom save on him.
No.
So... Oh, hold on, Jeremy.
Well, that's gonna miss.
So that was a force-empowered rend, which is a Sir Waddles thing, not a Pan thing.
Sir Waddles not have reactions?
Sir Waddles doesn't get a reaction right now because he's not right next to him. It's Pan and Odess that get it.
I'm right on top of him, right? Like on his shoulders?
Are you? I don't remember.
Or no, because the tunnel was too low. Nope,
Yeah,
you're right. I
you-
am sorry.
You had dismounted. So
I'm sorry. Okay. Right. And it's disadvantage because he's right up against me.
for a ranged attack, yes.
Yeah. That was a bad idea.
Sorry. So Warpick missed. Gunshot missed, and then he takes his Spirit Guardian's damage. But that brings us to Sir Waddles and Pan. In whatever order you seem fit.
Okay, so
So Sir Waddles misses.
okay. I'm gonna slide my gun into my holster and wing with my great club in 2 hands.
All right. It'll hit. Did we have that set for two-handed?
I think great club's got to be 2-handed, doesn't it?
It wouldn't have made a difference, so yeah. Yeah, great clubs are two-handed. Okay. Oh, hold on. What is going on? So you swung and hit 10 points of damage, and then swung and nat 1'd. He was already on a nat 1, so no attack of opportunity from him. Does that end your turn?
Better. Just hurt myself at this point.
Good old hollowed one is going to stand up. At the start of his turn, I need Silt and Tatty to make a wisdom saving throw. A pretty please. Unless you're immune to frightened.
Ooh, I don't.
I think Tatty might be.
Um.
No, Tatty's not. All right, beautiful. So you both fail. You are both frightened until the end of the hollowed one's next turn. Put those on you. And then he's going to turn and look at you again, Silt, and do his mouth wide open thing.
This one, does that count as an, hang on.
So this is a saving throw for you. He's not making an attack action.
So is it a, let me read it. When you roll a d20 for a d20 test, you can spend a luck point and give yourself advantage.
Yep, you can absolutely do that right now. Mark it off, and I will roll it on you again. And you still fail.
Damn.
So here comes that big old necrotic bite you're used to.
That's how I felt the other day, Silt.
You maintain concentration. You stay airborne. And then he disappears. No, he doesn't. Because let me...
He can't go invisible. When he's
Hold on.
shedding light wherever
me-
he's at.
Let me reread this. Give me just a second. Okay. Beautiful. So he does disappear from in front of you, but because of the fairy fire, you see him reappear down the tunnel.
That's so cute.
Instantly. And both of you are familiar with Misty Step. So you kind of recognize what's going on there.
All right.
Silt, you're up. You are frightened until the end of this turn. Let me pull out a little thing and remind everybody what frightened means. You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of fear is within line of sight, which it is. And you cannot willingly move closer to the source of your fear. So you can still attack, cast spells, all that stuff. It'll all just be at disadvantage, and you can't move to the left.
Okay.
Until the hollowed one's next turn.
Till the end of his next turn,
The end of his next turn, correct.
which is okay. If I slide down here,
That puts you out of line of sight.
okay, good, because I obviously don't want to see him anymore because he's scary.
Which will, for intents and purposes, remove the fear factor from you while attacking.
Is this dude that's next to me, is he fairy fired as well?
He is. It'll do
Okay.
advantage automatically.
Okay. Yep, then I'll attack with Grand Tempest.
Okay. That hits.
And-
6 points of damage.
I'll give him. Oh, did I have to put sneak attack on myself before rolling damage?
I'll let you do it now. Just roll the d6 in the chat box. So an extra 2 points. Okay.
Okay. And here's second attack.
Normally, yes, you put that sneak attack effect on yourself before rolling damage.
Okay.
That one misses.
This. That's it. That's good.
Okay.
Good for me.
Ravager 2's up against Pearl. Pulls a big rusty cleaver out of his back pocket.
What was that? 10-foot box, purple box,
That's
supposed
grease.
to be?
Grease.
Grease.
Yep.
Did that affect the hollowed one running through it?
Nope. It didn't run
He
through
missed.
it.
He stepped on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This one hits with his cleaver against Pearl. 8 points of damage. Pearl, you get a con save, which you
Is grease still
succeed.
flammable?
You'd have to find
Yeah.
out.
I didn't know if they changed it in the new edition.
I don't know if they did or not, and I'm not going to spend the time researching it right now. So,
No, that's fine. I suddenly thought of that.
Gallon, you're up. I would assume it is. Honestly, I don't even think in the original handbook that's anywhere that says it's flammable. I think that's just what everybody has assumed. So.
Oh.
All right, Gallon. First shot misses, unfortunately. Second shot hits. For 3 points of damage.
That's my turn.
All right. Hollow Crazed 1. Claw for Waddles. Misses. And a second one. Crits. Unless anyone has something for that.
Yep.
I do not.
14 points of damage. That's the end of his turn, so Odes is going to do the wisdom save on him. And Pearl, you are up. Both of your targets are prime opportunity for a boomstick, if you wish.
Yeah, let's do the boom boom again.
Okay, give me 1 second, Pearl. I'm going to target both of them. You'll roll it once, but that'll be both of your shots.
Okay.
Because they're in opposite directions. So go ahead and drop the dex save. You just click that blue box one time, and it should roll. I can never remember if it's 1 or 2 clicks, but I think they changed it to 1. So.
1.
Okay. Why is it doing it on you?
No idea.
There we go. 1 succeeds, 1 fails. So 1 takes 11 points of damage, and the other one will take 6. And which one takes the 6? That's that one. Okay. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's it.
Alright. Crazed 3. And take 2 claw attacks at Silt. First one crits. Second one hits. You maintained flight the first time around, and it expired this time. So you are no longer flying, you fell down into the mud. That ends his turn, Odess.
Okay. Let me see here. So I am going to make a melee attack at number, I believe that's number 4. But before I do that, I would like to use my, I believe it's the Strike of the Storm Giants.
Okay.
Because I think I have to, if I remember right, I have to declare that first, right?
I believe so. I believe we talked about that.
Yeah. Well, either way, I'm going to declare it first just to be safe.
Yeah.
All right. So let me see
that's,
if it's if it hits, I think. Yeah, because it takes an extra 1d6.
Yeah.
So I got to see if it hits or not. So come on. And that's all I got for now.
So
At least that's what I had copied down from when you gave it to the original before we remade our characters.
So you can do it multiple times. It kind of works like a smite, where you burn your bonus action, you get the extra damage, and then if you hit, and it's a creature, they make the con save to determine if they get disadvantage or not. But it's an instantaneous, so it's more like a cantrip. It's more like a booming blade or something like that.
So we do declare it before we make the attack.
Yes, and
but it doesn't actually use the usage until it actually hits.
No, it does. That's what I was getting to. You still have to mark off the use of it, whether you hit or not.
Okay, so every time I declare it, if it misses, I burn a use of it.
Yep. So it's like Thor jumping up in the air and bringing the lightning into his hammer and coming down and missing what he was gonna hit. Like he still used it, it just didn't do anything on the connection.
All right. Well, that's all I got on that.
All right, Taddy.
All right. I'm gonna brush up here because I'm not trying to chase him through grease.
Okay.
And
don't blame you.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab the hollow touched guy here. I'm gonna say I'm flanking. So if you want to negate that, tell me. But
oh, you're flanking. Absolutely.
All right.
Sir flanks a lot.
Yeah, I clicked the advantage button. I don't know why it didn't.
Because you're frightened, which you're out of line of sight, so that wouldn't have mattered. I just didn't take it off of you.
I'll just roll a second time.
Yep.
Whoa. Okay. Well, anyways, I hit.
You absolutely hit with advantage. So if you want to put your sneak attack on it, go ahead.
Yeah, he's getting all 4 dice on this one though. I'm not doing anything special with this guy. Oh wait, no, that's a psychic blade, not this one. There we go.
That'll kill him.
Yeah, and I'm gonna yell, "Get off the heavy metal bird, you bastard!"
All right.
And then let's see. I know that he went down that tunnel, so can I move to this wall and just blend in, like try and become one with this wall?
You've still got your bonus action, so you can try and become one with the mud again.
20, 30, 20. What the hell? I tried.
Okay. That's it for you?
That's it for me.
All right. This one is gonna claw Pearl and miss. And try it again. And miss. This one is going to claw Odess. And miss. And again. And miss. And he's going to end his turn there. And I'm not even going to make you roll it, Brad, because he doesn't have enough hit points to survive even if he saves.
Okay.
And that brings us to... Oh, missed that one. Hollowed Ravager 1, who I think I skipped last time. Is going to run up on Gallon. He's got a meat cleaver. Good and rusty for Gallon. Going to hit... for 13 points of damage, and then a con save for Gallon, who fails, so an extra 1d10 of tetanus damage, which comes out to an
I was gonna
extra
say.
9 points.
Looks like we're all going to get tetanus shots after this.
Sir Waddles and Pan.
Do I know which way this thing went?
The last thing you had done was great clubbed the guy that just died right next to you.
Perception check, maybe?
I
To
was
see
gonna
if
say,
you saw the
yeah,
light out of the
make
corner
a-
of his eye?
Make a perception check. I'm going to even say with advantage because it's a dark tunnel and he is lit up.
It lit up with green light.
He's very dimly lit, but he is lit. Oh yeah, you absolutely know where he is. Well, you don't know specifically where he is, but you know he's down that tunnel. Same tunnel your
Well,
Grease is in.
He went down that way.
Okay, so if I move to there, would I be able to see him?
Not there. You just have to go an extra 5 feet to right there.
Okay, but I'd be able to see him from right there then?
Yep. Why was that at advantage? Oh, because fairy fire.
'Cause he's
That's
glowy.
right. Yep. Not used to fairy fire, man. 6 points of damage there.
Hey, you put us in a dark cave. It's perfect fucking use for that thing, man.
No, absolutely. There's a crit on that one. 14 points of damage. All right. Anything else?
No, I think that's all I got.
All right. As you fire off that second shot, Pan, which very clearly impacts in a devastating way,
Right in his ass.
you see him disappear.
Jumped up and bit me on the ass.
And then hear shuffling behind you because he warped again. Doing some wall fucking parkour bullshit.
Thank you.
First attack against Silt is going to hit. Beautiful. Silt, what's your maximum hit points?
56.
56. Beautiful. Pearl, Gallon, and Pan. You see as the Hollowed One strikes Silt down. It looks like a spectral force comes out of Silt and gets inhaled by the Hollow One.
No.
Well, that can't be good.
And then
Wait, hang on a second. Was there any sort of saving throw or anything?
nope. No saving throw.
Well, fuck.
Silt, your first roll in the tower, please.
Let's find the tower first.
Story of my life. 50 windows open. Alright. It's going to bring us to Ravager 2 and his meat cleaver. Hit. Some damage. A con save. No tetanus for you. Gallon, you're up.
I'm gonna put my longbow away.
Do a hot swap.
Yeah. And attack with these daggers. Oh my gosh, I cannot roll for anything tonight.
Alright, that one misses. That one misses as well.
Yeah.
Is that it for you?
Yeah, it's gonna have to be.
Alright. Pearl, doing the same thing.
Yeah, I want to do my boomstick one more time.
Alright, they're targeted. Just click the blue button. Beautiful. They both fail. Roll damage.
Beautiful.
You kill one, and the other one is
Finally.
not looking great.
About time.
Alright, and that's it for you?
Can I punch the hollow one, the one that's not looking great?
It won't do any damage, but for flavor, sure.
I'm gonna punch him.
Okay. So you turn to the first one, boom, he explodes into 50 pieces because you just shotgunned him into the chest. Turn around while reloading, pop the other one, and then throw a quick jab. And he kind of like heads back and then stares at you with an evil grin.
Beautiful.
Crazed 3 looks around for a moment, sees Pan, goes to work. He's got his shiv out. He misses. Odess.
Okay. Well, let me see what we got running here. Because I'm assuming I can see that there's 2 different fights going on at the
Yep,
moment.
you can see Gallon fighting the Ravager there, and Pan is engaged with something humanoid. Say around the corner, you can't quite make out what it is.
Well, I'm going to go based off of the knowledge that I know. Because I'm guessing Otis doesn't know that Silt's down at the moment, right?
Nope.
And I will use 15 there, which I believe should cover 1.
Let's
No.
find out. Come on. You got to go 5 more feet.
All right, we'll go 5 more feet.
That'll do it.
That should cover him. All right. I am going to, well, first we'll do
Do
this.
the wisdom save first. He fails.
I'll hit him
13
with
points.
that. And then we're going to hit him with.
No.
So we're going to hit Gal with a. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Let me see. We'll hit Gal with a level 2. Yeah. Level 2 healing word.
Okay.
Which I believe just gives it a check. 2d4.
13 back to Gallon.
Right.
Thank you.
Then I'm gonna back up like. See, I used 15. I think that was 15 to get over here.
Yep, so you got 15 left.
So I'll back up 10 feet
Okay.
and call it good.
Taddy.
All right. I've had my sound headset off. It looks like when I came back, Silt is down.
Mhm.
Did she make noise when she went down? Like a grunt, a falling noise?
Nope.
No.
Nothing outside of normal combat noises. It wasn't like an epic death.
I'm not
Yeah.
one to be dramatic.
Yeah, that's kind of been established.
Okay.
So it wasn't like
Yeah, well,
"Ah!"
I mean, it could be a big grunt when you get stabbed enough to fucking pass out. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but to that extent, because it wasn't an abnormal attack that he used, so the grunt would have been grunts you've been hearing up to this point.
Okay. Well,
Trying to metagame around my wall. I built that there on purpose, Mike.
well, no, because
I-
like I said, I wasn't aware exactly what happened. That's why I'm trying to
Yeah.
catch myself up here.
No, you're good.
Because at this point, from my point of view, I can see Hollow Touch has moved up to fight with Pan.
Yep.
I didn't hear any noises from
Really
Silt, so
just about all you could see. You just saw Odes like run over to that far side where the last time you saw Gallon was, and then step back. So you don't know what's going on over there.
yeah.
But you know for sure that Pan is fighting that Hollow Touched.
Okay. I have a question.
Yes.
When Silt went down, I would have screamed about it. Does that happen like once it's my turn, then I get to scream dramatically about it? Or would there be time to do that when she fell? Because I'm not sure how that works, and I'm not trying to metagame or anything, but I just know Pan would have screamed out something like, "No, my sister," or something equally sharing his trauma.
Yeah. Roll we're gonna call it a luck roll. So roll a D100, and if it's 20 or less, then yes, you did.
Oh, that's close.
25. That was very close. So no, you didn't. Not this time.
Okay.
I think I've done that before. That's how I make up my mind on things.
Okay.
roll a luck roll.
Okay. So then I'm taking helping Silt off the table for now. Even though I know above table she needs help. In game I wouldn't know that. But
I
the
appreciate
little guy
you
here.
metagaming to play fairly.
Yes. But I do see that the little guy is fighting another one of those hollow touch bastards. So, I'm gonna move just 5 foot for now, enough to where I can see down the hallway and see if that bastard's still down there.
He gone.
Because I know I had the frighten effect at some point. I don't know if it wore off yet or not, but
that would have worn off last round.
okay.
No,
But no, he is gone.
go down. Go lay down.
Pam, we can hear you.
Sorry. I have Frida Nazi both on top of me. I'm sorry. Doesn't not
Okay.
look good.
So stepping where you are to like check to see if the source of your fear is still there or not. Now you would see silt on the ground.
Okay. Well, I am going to
Sinking slowly into the mud. that
Oh,
hung
no.
of her for weeks.
Listen, I was
Okay.
okay being down
5,
until just now.
15, 25, 30. Okay, I'm going to loop myself around, so I'm in between Silt and him, and of course flanking the hollowed bastard, and trying to stab him in the back.
Not
with
that it
the
matters,
rapier.
but since you are flying for the sake of fairy acrobatics, that would have only been 15 feet of movement, not the 25 that the map said.
Well, I can't move through his space.
But
And-
you can move over his space, and there is enough
Yeah,
room.
but I'm
with
only
fairy
5. But
acrobatics.
I'm only 5 foot up. Wouldn't essentially that put my pelvis in his head?
You would just like go.
Fucking teabag you, do it, Teddy.
Well,
Teabag
hey.
the shit out of them.
I'm giving you something because you were playing fairly, so take it. Not that you need the extra movement per se, but if you wanted it, now you have it. So that
Gotcha.
was only 15
Okay.
feet of movement.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, let's stab this bastard.
Hits.
Okay, we're full out. We're full out doing damage on this bastard.
Okay.
Alright, and
You can see the hollowed one there from where you are now, but you're not frightened of him anymore.
okay. Yeah, so let's see. Bonus actions. Dot disengage. I think I'm just gonna hold myself right where I'm at. I'm not gonna bother with my bonus actions or anything because
Okay.
my cunning bonus actions aren't gonna help me here, and the only other bonus action I can think to do, I don't want to do right now because I need to move, and I don't want to move because that's an attack of opportunity. So.
All right. Well, that's gonna bring us over here to Mr. Meat Cleaver. It's gonna hit. And let's see if you get a tetanus. You do not. Sir Waddles and Panawar.
Okay. Question.
Answer.
If I cast a spell that gives somebody temporary hit points, will that bring them up from 0?
It will not. They will be at 0 hit points with temporary hit points.
Huh.
Now, when she comes up, she'll still have those temporary hit points. But you can't hit temporary hit points won't heal her from her
Temporary hit points are like a shield. Think of it like
Yeah.
a shield. You could put a shield on a dead body, but it's still a dead body.
Yeah.
I just can't believe I don't
It's a good
have a
question,
single healing potion. Somebody remind me to get some of those.
Good luck.
Yeah, they're hard to come by here.
That was the deal. It was like you were part of that
That-
vote, Jeremy. It was action.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was, because we did it on Friday's campaign. When we changed the potion rules to you can do action or bonus action in exchange for full heal or rolled heal, it was, if we switch to this, potions are going to become much harder to find.
Oh.
That's why
I
make
don't
you
remember
guys,
that part.
That's why I make you guys go shopping in exchange for the alchemist making you potions.
And y'all thought I was crazy for courting the old gnome.
It all makes sense.
We just thought you were horny. That's just
All right.
Let me rephrase that. Taddy just thought you were horny.
What's your? Hold on one second, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Okay, you're good. You rolled the gun, but it's the same modifier as with your great club, so you're good there. That would have hit either way. 8 points of damage,
Oh, just
and then your second attack.
that was 2 attacks. I did 9 and 8 damage.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the first one. Okay, so that's you then, and then your bonus action movement and Sir Waddles. I saw Sir Waddles moved there.
Yep.
That'll hit. Eight points of damage. All right.
And Sir Waddles will make come at me motions.
I can just see the flippers
Love it.
just.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
All right, is that it for you guys then?
Yes, that will be it for all of us.
Beautiful. All right, Mr. Hollowed One. Gonna run up on the wall, just around the corner. Do his wonderful disappearing act, reappearing right behind Otis. So go ahead and give him that wisdom save.
All right, wisdom save. Wisdom save.
Yes, please. Succeeds.
I think he takes half, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So as your spirit guardians do their thing, as he appears within your bubble, you notice little wisps kind of float off of him, and he is seemingly unaffected. You turn to face him for a moment, and his mouth gapes wide open. And you will take half of this, which isn't coded right. So 17 points of necrotic damage.
Is that that's not? Is that considered an attack?
It's an ability he has, but you took damage. So if you're looking for your rebuke, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Let me.
I only ask because it. So it says when it hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to cause this creature to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, no, this would constitute that. Because he used an ability that could cause damage. And it hit, and it worked on you.
Okay. So I would rebuke him along with using a channel divinity to give it max.
Okay, so what's the max amount?
I believe it would be 16. Yeah, I think it's 16. It's 2d8.
Okay. So I will take 16 off of him. Once again, those wisps will cover him, and he is seemingly unaffected.
This fucking guy.
But that will end his turn. Bring us to Silt. Another tower roll, please, if you will, Miss Katie.
Sure will.
Alrighty. Brings us to Mr. Meat Cleaver. Misses. Gallon, you're up. Melee attacks with advantage against number 1 there.
Okie dokie, sounds good.
Ooh. Nice.
There you go. Nat 20.
And that, my friends, is the power of friendship.
I think seeing cute Mr. Waddles do the come at me bro flippers was what sealed the deal on that one.
It really did. It really brought the luck.
For
Right.
Gallon, yeah.
Almost max damage too. You're 1 point shy of max. So go ahead with your second attack. At advantage still.
DM, while she's doing that, does the hollowed one take another spirit guardian since it ended its turn there?
As soon as you started talking, I knew exactly what you were going to ask.
Let me double check because I might actually answer my own question.
I'm going to pull up the spell and read it right now. So, Gallon with a kill. It says when it enters a space and
Critted him again.
right here, whenever a creature enters the emanation or ends its turn there. So it's either or. So only once per turn, I guess.
Gal's gonna
with the kill though.
Walk up to Sir Waddles.
Double crit.
Yes. Gonna walk up to Sir Waddles.
Yeah, 2 crits in a row, right?
Slap the flippers in like a cool handshake and just say, we need to pair up more next time. And then I'm gonna start heading towards the hollowed one. And it's half movement speed, so I can only go 15. Does that sound right?
Yep.
All right. Try and angle it so I don't hit Odess if I have to fire my bow and arrow. That's my turn. Thanks for the help, Sir Waddles.
All right. Well, that
I'll give you a flipper up.
That brings us to Pearl's turn. You're muted.
I'm gonna just use my pistol for this guy.
Okay. You've got him targeted, so you just gotta click.
I know.
Just trying to be helpful. Hit. Don't forget you got your battle maneuvers too, if you ever want to use one of those.
I'm okay now.
Your combat superiority, disarming, evasive, precision, riposte. 10 points of damage there. Nice. And then you get advantage on your next attack. That'll hit.
Beautiful.
Pearl over here doing some John Wick shit. All right.
Something
Anything else
like
for your
that.
turn?
He's still not dying. I'm gonna punch him again just because I'm angry, because he needs to die.
All right.
And I say to him, like, why won't you die? And I punch him.
He doesn't react to it. He is crazed.
Of course he is.
This guy is going to turn and do some claws at Taddy. First one hits. Right. Taddy, I need a concentration check for you. It should have done it automatically.
Yeah, I may have to adjust that.
Oh, so when you code concentration, it's just a capital C in parentheses. I don't know how to calculate constitution or concentration checks. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
I gotta Google it real quick. I've never had to calculate it.
Is it a wisdom check?
The DC is either 10 or half of the damage taken, whichever is higher. So in this case, it would have been 10. And it's a Constitution saving throw. So you succeeded. You maintained your fair
Okay.
fare. He's
Yeah,
got
I'll
another-
adjust that.
I did it on you already, so the hard coding on your character sheet, yes, but not on your character. He's got
Okay.
a second attack, which misses, and Odess, you're up.
All right. Question: is there any standing water in the room?
I would venture to say any surface is moist. Because we established that the floors and walls are mud. And mud.
But not
is-
standing water.
Standing water, no.
Okay.
But there is moisture everywhere. You know, it's like when you walk into a basement, you can just feel the humidity.
Yeah. I don't know what to do with this guy. This point. Let me do this. I will make an attack. Wait, okay. Make an attack on him.
Okay.
Real quick. See what happens with this. Of course not. Because I can't roll over a damn 5 for attacks tonight. If it's half movement, I'll move there. In the boots. That should, I believe, cover
Yeah,
the other dude.
it should. I'll confirm here in 1 second. No, actually.
Because, dang it. What if I move slightly to the left? Because that would still have been within 30. Probably not.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Put you right there.
All right. Well, he gets disadvantage opportunity if he wants it, to be fair.
Which he takes.
The hollowed one, unless he.
Nope, he's taking it. He misses.
Okay.
The
And then
takes the 8.
to finish up what I'm doing, I'm going to, as a bonus action, cast Healing Word.
Okay.
At where's my spots?
Just
we'll
do
go
me a
with.
Do me a favor, drop it
yep.
in the chat box, not on Silt.
Oh, I was going to give it to Gallon. I don't know that I've seen Silt yet.
You definitely would have seen Silt when you ran around the corner. lying in
Okay,
the mud.
if that's the case, then yes, I will try to drop that on Silt. But I'll drop it in the chat box.
If you can see them on your screen, you can see them in game. You just healed the Ravager. Good job.
Oh, did I?
Not necessarily. For some reason, I can see Gallon right now, and I know I shouldn't, because she's in the shadows.
Okay, so within reason then.
Yeah.
All right, so we got to bump him up to where he was. So that would have been 9 points of healing. Silt, you get 5 of that. And you are conscious again. So above table, because of what happened, healing that affects you for a period of time is halved.
Okay.
Anything else for you, Odess?
No, that's it. That's action, bonus action, and movement.
All right, Taddy, you're up.
All right. So let's stab this guy again, because he needs to be stabbed.
That'll hit. No fucks given, even though he was red. It froze.
There it goes.
So that was a lot of dice not so doing.
It took a minute there.
Yeah. Had to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, and I'm gonna move over 5 foot to Silt and use my bonus action to hand her a potion of healing.
If you're just
she's
handing it to her, it won't cost you anything to do that.
Okay,
Administering
well,
it to her will use the bonus action.
okay, so he just healed her. Is there now signs that she's starting to groggily wake up?
Yeah, she's conscious, breathing. She just hasn't gotten up yet.
Okay, then I will hand it to her and go, here, I know you just woke up, but drink this. I got shove the bottle down at her.
Okay. Is that a regular healing potion?
Yeah.
Okay. So just make note that you have one now, Silt. Or add it to your actions tab. Since we have those coded here.
Okay, where is that? Where did those go?
I don't know. You don't have it. Oh, wait.
I don't.
You were unlocked there. No, you don't. I'll have to add them on.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So just write down that you have one for now. Anything else for you, Taddy?
I mean, if that's just going to be a normal action,
That's a quick action.
a
You
quick
still have
action,
your
I mean,
bonus
yeah.
action,
Yeah, I'm gonna finish my movement right here behind the hollow touch guy.
Okay.
And try and help Pearl. Let's get this big bastard, Red. Let's get him.
Yeah, for real.
Alright. If that's it for you,
That's it.
Sir Waddles and Pan.
I'm gonna move north there.
That'll miss. misses as well.
Why did that first attack say scimitar?
Because he clicked the wrong button. So yeah, roll a gun attack one more time because your modifiers are different there. Okay, so one
Oh.
hit. There you go. Your shot goes, and the wisps of essence come up and protect him from the shot.
Ah.
Sir
Oh.
Waddles.
Okay.
And you guys have him surrounded, so you'll all get advantage. That hits. Four points of damage.
And I think that's everything.
Okay. That will bring us to the Hollowed One. Gallon and Pan, make either an insight or nature check, your choice.
I'm sorry, do you make a nature check?
Nature or insight, your choice. You and Gallon.
I mean, I saw this thing suck out her soul, right?
You saw it do something. You don't know what. There was some kind of transfer between them as Silt went down. All right. So Pan, you have no clue. You're not picking up any vibes. But Gallon, as this Hollowed One walks backwards into this tunnel and out of sight, you, using an insight check, you recall back to your days in the ocean when you... Sorry, I'm trying to multitask. It's not working.
It's okay. Take your time.
When you spent a lot of time with animals, and what you see as this creature retreats back into the tunnel is something that has given up protecting its domain.
I let everyone else know that. Either through shouting or through the earrings. However y'all prefer. Or both. Actually, I'll do
Shout-
both.
Shouting works. There's no need to use a.
But Silt, you're
Sounds
up.
good.
Can I see its green glow anywhere?
You cannot.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take the potion and stand up.
Are you gonna action or bonus action that potion?
Oh, action.
Action. Okay.
Need some hit points here.
Regular healing potion is what, 10 usually,
Um,
or 12?
2d4 plus 2.
Plus 2, so
10 max.
So you'll get 5 back. Okay.
Okay.
And that was your action, Silt. So you still have movement and bonus action. For movement, you get 7.5 feet. We'll just say 10 to make it easy.
Okay. Through the earring, I'm going to ask Gallon, where is it?
Can I respond? Do we have time?
Quickly. You're in combat,
Um,
so a very, very quick response. If it's going to be longer than a couple words, wait until after Silt's turn to respond.
Gotcha. I said just left through the tunnel in front of me. Should I pursue? And that's my response.
Okay, well, that's it for me.
Okay. That'll bring us to this Ravager who is going to claw at Pearl. Miss. And turn around, take a claw at whatever the fuck just gave it a knife in the back, and miss. And Gallon, you're up.
I ain't give him a knife in the back yet.
Oh, no,
Yet?
you didn't attack him yet.
Yeah,
My bad.
he can feel your
I'm
intent.
trying to be narrative here, okay?
Hey,
But
that
we're
was
not
the
yet.
Ravager's turn, right?
Yes, so go ahead and do the wisdom save.
Okay.
He succeeds, so it'll be half damage.
8.
Nice chunk of
Okay.
9. Alright, now Gallon's turn. You move to the start of the tunnel.
Question: is the grease only in this like pit area?
The grease is only in that 10-foot square on the left side of the cavern.
Oh, so I could have moved freely.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
only
I'm
that one
going-
square over
All
by
right,
Pan is
15.
where the grease is.
I'm going another 15, and I'm gonna see.
So, half movement because of the mud.
Oh, it's mud that's stopping us.
Yeah, it's rough terrain.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. I'm going to look for any signs of where it went.
Okay, make a perception check.
Not hearing any response from Silt.
Oh, wait, what?
Well, I had said, should I pursue it?
Oh, I thought you said.
And I'm just
should I
gonna take your
pursue it as
silences.
in, like,
She did the old collect commercial thing, the Bob had a baby, it's a boy.
I tried to get it through as quickly as possible. You said perception check?
Yes, please. You don't know. There are footprints on the ground, but they are everywhere. There's no clear indication of which direction this thing went.
He's gone this way before, but he's gone that way before, and this way.
And one of the other things came in this way. So
Yeah.
it's like a
Okay.
big sloshy soup on the ground right now. Anything else for you?
No.
Held action? Just in case?
Yeah, I'd have a arrow notched just in case.
Alright. So hot swap back to your bow. Held action
Yep.
just in case. Pearl.
Okay. Let's go with this guy again. However, I want to use my dagger.
Okay.
Stab him right on the neck.
So, let me clarify this, Pam. If you're stabbing in
Okay.
the neck for flavor, it'll be a regular attack with advantage. If you're doing it as a targeted attack to try and inflict some sort of disability to it, you'll click disadvantage when you roll.
I'm not doing it for flavor. I'm trying to hurt him.
Okay, so click disadvantage, then roll. It'll come out as a regular roll because you have advantage on the attack from surrounding him.
Okay.
And if you hit,
I don't think automatic advantage kicks in for that.
oh
Not
no,
for
it doesn't.
flanking.
You're right. Thank you. So don't click anything, Pam. Just roll a regular attack.
Okay.
Okay, that hits. Roll your damage. he will get a little bit extra for the targeted attack. Go ahead with your second attack. Oh, you're doing your ranged there.
What?
Hold on. Your dagger's on throne. It wouldn't have made a difference, but okay. 10
Don't
misses.
Yeah.
Now the dagger has the nick property, so you can make one more attack with it as part of your action instead of your bonus action.
Yeah, let's do that.
And then you just don't get the +4 to the damage is all.
Does it
Okay.
need to be a different light weapon or can it be the same one?
Nope. So it's the extra attack of the light property.
Yeah, I thought it had to be a separate weapon,
No.
like a second light weapon.
All right, that hits. Roll damage. Damage, not hit.
That'd be
Ooh.
some hella damage.
Off a dagger? Yeah. Beautiful. That kills him.
Finally.
And
Oh,
I will
super.
say, Pearl, your
Yeah.
targeted attack is what killed him. He would
Okay.
have had like 1 hit point left if you hadn't done that. So good job.
Okay, beautiful.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
No.
Okay. Odes?
All right. I am gonna move here to give Silt. Hey, what do I got here?
Just drop it in the chat box. Not on
Yeah,
there.
I'm gonna give her a level 3. Where's it at? Cure wounds.
Okay.
Which I believe it's a 2d8 for each
Uh,
one.
If you're doing,
Extra.
yeah, I don't
Level
remember.
3, so should be an additional 4d8.
Yeah. So level 3, it should be 68.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I miscounted. Oh, total of 6d8.
Yep.
There we go.
I'll take half a 68.
So
34?
that's 16 hit points for you.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a great dad joke there. So
That was almost half. It's only a couple points shy
Yeah.
of 68. So hey,
Hell,
all right, so that was 10 feet. So I guess I'll move another 20 feet to try to catch up to Gal.
All right. Come around the corner. You can see her standing in the tunnel, kind of looking at the ground with her bow.
And that's it for me, I think.
All right.
Yep, that's gonna be it.
Taddy.
okay. Okay. Well, that thing's dead. Silt's up. 5. I'm gonna move myself back around this corner. Hold my action to attack with my rapier if I see that bastard come near any of us.
Okay.
Me or Pan, since he's standing here. And I'm gonna become one with the wall again. If I can find it. There it is.
All right. Sir Waddles and Pan.
Okay, so at this point, we don't see him anywhere.
Nope.
And you would have heard me tell you that, like, it seems like he ran off and he's done with this space.
What did you say?
Oh, sorry, was that not? Am I not coming through?
No, you're coming through.
No, I just didn't hear it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that it gave off the impression that it's done with this space. Like it doesn't want anything to do with it anymore, like it ran off.
Well, I guess at this point I'm just gonna hold an attack action till something comes out
Okay.
into range. And
what about Sir Waddles?
so will Sir Waddles.
All right. Silt.
I am still slogging sort of doggedly like a zombie toward the last place that I heard Gallon shouting, like, fuck this guy. I'm going to get him. Obviously, I'm like not because I'm barely moving, but
You're
I'm very laser focused.
your regular half speed now, so 15.
Oh, okay. Well, there's another 5.
Yeah, that fits perfectly. Ever since you've gotten up, you just feel like really melancholy and sluggish, kind like drained, really drained. Is
Mhm.
the best way to put it. Anything else for you?
No, I'm just that's my goal is to find this guy. But
Well, we are out of combat for the moment. You guys spend the next 15, 20 seconds knowing that how the last couple minutes of your life is gone. This thing should be appearing and swiping at one of you any moment now, and it doesn't come.
how far do I get in that time? Because I would continue my sort of blindered slog toward it.
You'd get about to where Gallon is.
Okay.
In that
So I would like to follow Silt and be like, whoa, 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 hold on, let's get you checked out.
Yeah, when you glance at her, you don't even need a medicine check. You can see she is just drained, like exhausted, drained. Kind of like when you guys were in the mines and that one specter did a strength drain on one of you. I don't remember who exactly. Oh no, you weren't
Okay.
there for that, Otis. My bad.
Otis was not.
Mortimer was there.
Yes. What to buy?
So disregard that, Otis. But she just looks very drained, very out of it. You can't find anything physically wrong with her. She doesn't seem poisoned or cursed or anything like that. She's just drained.
Okay. At that point, seeing Silt kind of going, I would like kind of lay my hand on Silt's shoulder and say, like, hey, you're not really in any shape to go get this thing right now. Maybe
I'm
we
gonna
need to.
look up at you, sort of with an empty, glassy-eyed stare. Yes, let's go get this thing.
No. Come on. We're not going to. No. I'm going to look at Gal and be like, yeah, this can't happen.
Well, I would look at Odess and I would tell him what I witnessed with the hollowed one and Silt about like the exchange. Like something clearly happened. As I kind of like side eye Silt with the exhaustion and be like, I'm not saying I disagree with you. I'm just saying I'm probably going to go pursue this thing just to follow it. Or at least try to.
Okay. With her describing that to me, does that sound like anything I would know?
Make a history check. See if you recall anything in your studies about that.
Bro, I cannot roll over. I'm about to ban these fucking dice. I will use my inspiration on that shit, but I'm going to change these fucking dice because they are fucking pissing me off right now.
Yeah. You'll keep the one on
So-
the guidance roll, but yeah.
Let me see here. I don't even know what I have selected right now. Go with that one. See if that's any better. Probably not.
About to find out.
Yeah,
Hey, there we go.
better than nothing.
You recall readings of spectral anomalies draining the strength out of their victims, and it sounds kind of similar to that, but the way Galen described it, it wasn't an intentional thing. It was more passive as Silt fell, if that makes sense. So above table, it wasn't like a strength drain attack that specters can do. It was a Silt went down to 0 hit points, and then something happened. And now she's just dragging from it.
So is above table? Is it a condition that can be cured?
Above table,
Fixed?
you'll have to find out one way or another. Nice try, though.
Well, I mean, if
Well-
he has the information on what it would be, wouldn't it?
He is just trying to recall information to see if anything sounds familiar, and that's what sounds familiar. But he doesn't
Oh,
know about
okay.
this specifically.
Oh, okay. The way you were describing it with enough information, I kind of thought he did understand what it was. That's why I was
No,
like,
I thought I made it pretty clear that it sounds like that, except it wasn't
Yeah.
something that it did to her. It's just something that happened when it attacked her and she fell unconscious.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I understood that. I don't know what to do with that, if that makes sense. But-
Odes can try to make like a medicine check, or I'd say even a religion check in this case, to see if he can recall anything that might help.
There we go. We'll throw this one. Of course. Fucking course.
Man, the dice.
With an 11, you know that there is nothing better for draggy and dreariness than a good night's rest and some nice warm tea. Hot beverage fixes
I have
a lot
tea.
of things.
Hot beverages
Especially-
fix everything.
Maybe a good dip in the ocean. That salty sea will do you good.
That'll get the adrenaline pumping for
As you
sure.
hear Taddy chuckling about a quick dip in the ocean, you notice that the entire back half of Silt is just caked in mud.
And you
Yeah,
see the hair try to rise, but it's all like caked and it
Comes
not
up
getting there.
clumps.
I'm just gonna look at Gal, and it's gonna be kind of like the you ever seen like the boxers or like the sports guys that just like got the shit kicked out of them? The dude comes up, kind of like puts their arm around their shoulder, like, "Come on, let's get like you gotta go," kind of thing. I'm gonna look at Gallon and be like, "Yeah, Silt, no, this ain't happening," and I'm gonna try to guide Silt away from and just be like, "You no, you need to go rest."
The good news
Yeah.
is it's fairly easy to guide me. There's
Taddy's
not-
going to spit out. I think we wounded it enough that it ran off. I don't know if it's going to come back after us right now.
I mean, we can try to rest down here, but we're kind of at. I'll do whatever you guys want to do because I don't have to rest for long. But
I mean, yeah, we could circle up here in case he comes back and just stay on watch. But I mean, it pretty much well had its ass handed to it, and it's not here anymore. So I think it may have went somewhere else just to get away from us.
I mean, fair. I will say that I did notice during that fight that I was hitting it as hard as I could, and it wasn't doing shit with magic.
Yet
Oh,
I
that's-
shot it and blew a hole straight through it.
I'm doing pretty good with that silvered rapier that rapier you silvered for me. I mean, I got some good hits in. So definitely silvered weapons
Yeah.
works.
Okay, well, magic's not working, so there's that.
But, well, hold on. Because the first 2 times I shot it, I did some serious damage to it. But that last time there was like little spirits or some sort of ectoplasm around him that was preventing my damage.
I will
So
say
I think something happened halfway through that fight.
I will say above table that the wisps or the ectoplasmic smoke that you saw sounds exactly like what Galen described was coming out of Silt after she went down.
Is that son of a bitch using my HP?
Your life force. What you're looking for.
Oh,
Oh, he sucked
Was
you
it-
up like a Capri Sun made out of
was it?
temporary
It
hit points.
was, yeah.
Oh my god, like a Capri Sun.
So now that you've
Well,
connected the dots above table, when it knocks a creature out, it gains that creature's max hit points as temporary hit points.
Well, that changes the ball game. Looking at you, little buddy and Caddy. That changes the ball game a lot. Because that means we can really fuck this thing up. We
Yeah,
just
but
have
all
to
it has
focus
to
on
do
it.
is knock one of us down, and we'll have to do it again. I mean, we may get lucky, and he'll do it to like
Me.
somebody who's kind of weak.
Me.
Well,
Well, no.
Or-
I mean, he had to. He actually knocked Silt down in order to do that. All
Right.
we got to do is stay up.
okay.
Because if it
Well-
requires being knocked down for that to happen,
You know what? I bet if we found a healer, we could
But-
do this.
yeah, right. Somebody who wants to make sure everybody stays healed and standing. And I kind of look up in the roof and nod my head, like,
You're lucky I don't have anything that can just zap the shit out of you right now without doing any points.
I am avoiding eye contact with Otis at this moment.
For the record, have you guys been standing here and talking this whole time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I would venture to say that we've probably grouped up at this point, at least
Yeah.
over by where Taddy and them are at.
Okay. I will.
I'm at the mercy of Otis right now.
Tokens.
So, I mean, we've connected the dots on that. If we stay together, one, every time it's going to come in and try and melee us, I can at least deal some damage to it every time it comes in and melees us. But you guys have got to stay close to me. You'll have to circle up on me. That's the
Well-
only way I can get it to do that.
With all the crawling involved in order to get here, it would take us forever to get out. It'd take us forever to get back in. I mean, I don't want to stay down here. This fucking place is creepy. But
Yeah, you guys
mean-
recalled it took you probably about an hour, if not a little bit longer, to crawl to where you are from the entrance.
yeah, I mean, we want to spend a bunch of time crawling out of here so it's safer. We can do that, but and he did bring friends. How in the hell they got here? I don't know, but I mean, he could bring back more friends.
How long have we been talking at this point?
Not long.
A couple of minutes.
Hmm. I'm gonna
Alright.
start laying down in the mud. I'm tired.
Well, there's a bed over here. Let's
So that is, you now take notice of it because you have time to, a very broken bed frame. And the bedroll has started to mold and mildew from water
well,
absorption.
Well, we could pitch the bedroll, and I mean, I got one if nobody else does. 'Cause I think I do.
I've
We all
I've
do.
got
You all
one.
should, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there enough wood there to at least make a dry bed for Silt?
So Taddy is hovering above a broken table, the pieces of which, yeah, you could lay out effectively enough to get, I'd say, 2 bedrolls on it with minimal moisture contact.
Let's do that. And I'm
Well,
gonna
there's a
tell-
big pile of bones too. Don't forget about that.
That too.
Well, let's use the wood first. Let's get Silt down so Silt can rest. Silt needs to rest. And then we can figure out what we're gonna do.
Yeah, it doesn't take any effort or real time. Maybe a couple minutes to lay out the boards for a post-Titanic scene with the bedroll laid on it that Silt is able to crawl right into.
Well, now that that's taken care of, we're all going to need to rest. But
Yes,
we
please.
should probably talk about how we're going to handle this thing.
Night watch.
Well, I figure we'll set watch here in a minute once we were done talking.
So-
Unless you guys want to go to sleep right now.
My question is, are you guys doing a short rest or a long rest?
I only need a short rest to get my stuff back. But I don't know what
Same.
everybody else has.
Short rest will be fine for me.
I mean, I don't know how Taddy's looking on his stuff or Silt's looking
Oh.
on theirs.
Patty's good. Like I only got hit once, and yeah, he didn't do. He didn't hurt me too bad, so I ain't super worried about it.
I mean, I'm guessing with Silt, just looking at Silt's probably going to need a long rest if we want Silt to be back to fighting shape. That's my
I
guess.
would weigh in, but for the flavor of role playing, like I'm not part of this conversation. I'm already out, so
She's already starting that nap.
Yeah.
Whether it's long or
Yep.
short depends on when we wake her up.
that's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, for the duration of the short rest, at least, the first couple hours, you don't need to sleep to get the benefits of the short rest. Except, in your case, Odess and Gallon, you two need to be meditating, like in your little meditative stance. Everyone
Yeah.
else, you'll get the benefits of the short rest without having to actually sleep. You just need to be doing minimal activity.
All right. So I would
Yeah,
say if that's the case for the short rest, then let's figure out how we're going to deal with this thing then.
Yeah. Tad, as well as Taddy's feeling right now. And it's not late at night or anything. I'm game for letting you guys get a short rest in, and I'll just kind of wander back and forth across the cave, looking down the different corridors, watching to make sure nobody is coming down while y'all are napping, but keeping you guys in eyesight.
Okay. I just want to throw this out there, like I was saying earlier, for our next engagement. If we can all stay close, if you all circle up on me, I can damage it every time it comes in. So at least we're hitting it every time. So it's going to have to hurt in order to get to us.
How close does
But
it have to
y'all-
be to you for that? Do you have to? Does it have to be an eyesight?
It has to be within 15 feet of me.
So you guys, you would know because when he casts that spell, you can see his guardians, and it's that big of a bubble around him.
15 feet in all directions.
So let me put.
So if Silt is laying on the broken bed with a
So that's the bubble
bedroll.
when he has the spell cast.
looks like there's might be like a fire pit next to that bed.
Yeah.
I mean, if
not
everybody
much in terms
circled
of
up
warmth.
around that as a center point, everybody would stay in that bubble.
Are you talking?
It's
that-
right
Right
above
here?
Sir Waddles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So spirit
So-
guardians only last for 10 minutes. So at this point,
Yeah,
you've
I'm-
got maybe 2 minutes left on it.
So to clarify, I'm going to let it run its course because I'm going to end up meditating to get all my stuff back. I'm talking about when we're fighting. If we go to fight this thing, if it continues to do its tactics on us, stay within 15 feet of me and it's going to hurt every time it comes in.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So it's going to have to give up something in order to get to us.
Gotcha.
But I can't, yeah, outside of that, I can't keep you guys safe.
Okay.
So, but
So you all
with
huddle
that-
for a short rest. Gallon and Odess, I'm assuming you're meditating, so you get a long rest, both of you.
yes, that's the plan.
Okay, beautiful. I will give both of you.
And
Go ahead.
Can I try and start a fire in that low fire pit?
Yeah, make a survival check for me.
Well, I mean, I got there's a spell. I got a cantrip for that.
I'm also going to say a prayer to Poseidon before I go meditate.
Okay, roll your D100.
Dirty spell.
Okay.
34.
You feel a little extra moist while you pray. That's about it.
Moist.
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 I don't think you.
What's that?
Oh yeah, you do. Your druid craft can light a fire, Mike.
Yep.
No.
Is for just curious enough table, is there a table for Odessa's prayers that different stuff happens or doesn't
No,
happen?
it's I base that prayer roll off what level their character is.
Oh, okay.
So if they roll their level or lower when they pray, something might happen. Something might not happen.
I gotcha.
Even if you roll properly.
Your god might actually hear him.
I just roll and see what happens.
It's like a luck roll to see if they get a response.
Yeah.
If I have a response prepared. So, and I think
Fair.
I think I've given some of you guys responses like, "Yes, my son, good job," and that's it. But they respond. So, yeah, with Druidcraft, you'll be able to get a little bit of a fire going. The wood is soaked and rotten, so the fire kind of sucks, but it's a little bit, and it fills the chamber, at least most of the chamber, with a dim light.
Dim fight, a little bit of heat.
Tiny bit of heat, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe wring the mud out of my clothes, you know.
So from Pan, Tatty, and Pearl, I need perception checks. And I'm just going to kind of move you guys to be around the fire. If you're not happy with where I put you, let me know.
Sorry, who's giving perception checks?
Not you.
Okay, just talking.
Nope, that's okay.
I hear perception. I think it's gotta be me.
Who's getting perception checks? Not you.
Not
I
you.
didn't mean to sound rude with that, but I knew that's why you were asking, was to confirm.
No. You called it exactly right. That's exactly what I was doing. You're fine.
And I'm getting there. Give me a second because my fantasy grounds froze.
It's okay, mine's running slow too.
I don't know what happened.
So if anybody is unhappy with where I put you around the fire, let me know.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
Come on, perception. There you go.
Beautiful. Give me just a second here. And everybody else gets a short rest. So, with the exception of Gallon and Odes, because you guys got long rests, if anybody wants to roll any hit dice, now would be the time to do it.
Is somebody actually waking me up at this point?
I think we were giving you a long rest because we did a short rest and then another short rest, right? Or are we just doing a short rest?
Right now, it's just a short rest. It's long enough for you and Gallon to get a long rest, and everyone else kind of lick their wounds, so to speak. So Silt, if you want to roll hit dice.
Well, what I'm asking is like I'm not waking up on my own unless somebody's waking me up.
Correct. So is anybody waking her up? I mean, you still get the
can
hit
wake her.
dice whether you wake up or not.
I can wake her up.
Because like if nobody wakes me up, then I might sleep through a long rest if we're not leaving.
I can wake you. That's fine.
Does
Okay.
she? Well, I mean,
So you will get
do we
woken
want to
up,
wake her?
but irrelevant to that,
Okay.
if you want to roll any hit dice, do so.
Well, if we're only short resting, then hell yeah, I'll hit dice.
Well, see, that was my concern. That's why I wanted to let you have a full rest because I don't know exactly how bad that thing was affecting you.
So it's been about 3 hours at this point. To get her a long rest, you have to stay here for another 7, and you are out of firewood.
Well, this is going great, guys. I'll get there.
Just remember with hit dice, you recover half of your hit dice on a long rest.
Hmm.
Pam, do you remember how to roll hit dice?
Yeah,
Front page.
It's on your main tab at the very bottom, to
at
the
the
left of your
bottom.
death
Yeah,
saves.
yeah.
So
Hold
you
on.
just, I think, is it double click or a single click, Katie?
Single click. No, I think you
I
can
was-
drag and drop it.
I was dragging them.
Okay. I think you can double click it though, and it'll apply it to you. So, did you want to apply any of those, Pearl? I can click it for you here.
Yeah, I'm trying to click it. It's not doing anything. Hold on.
Here you go. I got you.
Okay.
There's 1, 2. I'll do up to half for you. And
Yeah, I
we'll
have 5 left, so just do
see where you're
one
at.
more and that's it.
Okay, so yeah, that's half. You'll get all of those back on your next long
Okay.
rest.
Thanks.
So that's not too bad. You got about a third of your hit points back.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, beautiful. So let me check those perception checks. Beautiful. Taddy, you were off doing your patrol thing, so you're kind of over here when this happens. But Pan and
Okay.
Pearl, both of you conscious, you'll look over and check Silt, and you see like that ethereal wisping flowing into her. And when you follow it at one of the tunnel entrances here, I'll put him on here. You see the hollowed one, and his mouth is open, and that ectoplasm, so to speak, is flowing out of his mouth over to and into Silt. And as soon as you notice him, he notices you and kind of puts his hands up and backs off into the shadows, disappearing.
Bitch, it's too late for that.
So this is at the point where the rests have been done, and you notice that. If there's anything you want to do, go for it.
Ooh, he's lucky I didn't notice him.
Yeah, you were still out when that happened. So
Saying.
on the bright side, you won't feel drained anymore, Katie.
That's right. I am ready to rock.
But Pan, Pearl, anything you want to do now that you've seen that?
Can I shoot him?
I would say you missed your chance at a shot. Think of noticing him as a surprise round for him. Like he was doing his action in the surprise round. You saw him, and then he backed out, and that was his movement for the surprise round. So if you wanted to take a shot, you could try running over to see if you see him and take a shot, but you wouldn't have been able to take a shot before he disappeared.
Where did we see him at?
This bottom left cave here.
I will run down there.
Screaming, he's back, he's back, he's back.
Alarm bell sounding, you run over, gun at the ready, look down the tunnel. All you see is a scrap of wood on the ground right there. That wasn't there before.
Do I see it too?
Do you run over? Move your character.
Yeah. As he's running, I'm running too because I saw it
Okay, move your token wherever you want to be.
right here.
Tatty, you obviously would have heard them yelling. Gallon and Odess, you would have woken up. Silt, I'm going to say you're still out, given what's happened. Somebody has to physically wake you up.
Okay.
I'm gonna run to Silt. I'm not gonna wake her up. Just run to her and kind of make sure nothing comes towards her.
I will say, as you get there, you see the last of those wisps flowing into Silt's mouth. Is that a good spot for you, Pearl?
That's fine. How much wood are we talking about?
It's just
And size of the wood?
it's like a 2x6, maybe 1.5 feet long. Just like a section of a plank.
I think the bigger question is, how much wood could he chuck?
Well, I'm only asking because my first thought is he's trying to light us on fire. That is the first thing that I'm going to think about.
It is a
being where we are.
Single piece of wood, not that large.
You never know. He could keep bringing stuff.
I'm just clarifying.
I mean, Pearl. So I'm sorry. This piece of wood is right where this thing was, but this thing is no longer there.
A little bit in the tunnel. I mean, the thing was right here. The wood is like halfway down to the next intersection. But
So
and the wood wasn't there.
But anybody who looked down that tunnel previously would know that that board was not there at the conclusion of your fight.
So either he turned to wood or he's trying to burn the place. That is Pearl's mindset right now.
Has anybody told Otis about this wood?
Nope.
I'm saying all this out loud. Like I'm speaking out loud so everybody except for Sol that is asleep knows what I'm seeing and what I'm thinking.
I'm gonna go pick up a piece of wood.
Why are you touching things? Don't touch it.
I'm sorry. Are we supposed to tell Odysseus anytime we find some hardwood laying around? Is that his thing?
No, I'm just.
I'm not gonna get to that. But
no, I'm joking.
All right, you want one?
Verify that the place is gonna burn down. That's what I'm thinking.
We're not gonna burn this place down. We're in a cave.
You keep saying that.
It's a wet, muddy cave. We are not going to burn this place down.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
Odess, as you pick up the piece of wood, you see kind of like a Sanskrit scratched into it.
Is that the price he paid for it or something? What does this mean?
Oh, Katie, if you're talking,
it's a language we don't understand. That's what that is.
Yeah. Maybe somebody should wake up the person that can.
Okay, I'm gonna say wake up, Silt. Wake up, Silt. Let's see if she knows something about this foolishness.
Wait, I hope I still have that spell. Yeah, yeah.
I was gonna say if you don't, I had it at one point. I just don't
I
know
do.
if I have it anymore.
Well,
well, if Silt's awake, then I would show it to Silt, seeing as she's the one that's always talking to people. So, assuming that she or Tatty or Gal or linguist. One of those three would maybe know it.
Not a language I speak.
Nope.
No, Taddy didn't understand what the hell that is.
All right.
So you're casting that spell, Silt,
Yeah.
and then laying your hands on it so that you can read it.
Mhm.
It doesn't say that you get to know what language it is. Just what it said. So that's what it said.
K9, California, ships, highway. No.
It's a GPS ping
Close.
to my buried treasure.
After I finish reading it, I'd look up and say, well, it says, was hungry, sorry, gave back.
Was hungry, gave back what?
Sorry.
Was gave back or gave back sorry?
Well, yeah, was hungry, sorry, gave back.
I'm gonna look, like, filter through this journal I have, and be like, huh, that does not read here as like
So,
something that would happen.
So let me. So Tad's gonna go. Let me get this straight. He brought us fresh firewood. He didn't attack us, and he gave back whatever he took from Stilt.
Is that why I feel better?
Well, the spirit thingies was flowing into your mouth, so I mean, I'm gonna wager this guy's sorry we kicked his ass.
Well, I have an idea, but I'm looking at the clock and seeing as we only have 4 minutes of gameplay left, I don't think that idea is going to work this week.
So Taddy's just gonna spit out. I think he's I don't think he's doing this on purpose. I think he's being like it's like a crocodile or I don't know whatever creature is in our realm that would equate to a crocodile. You know, they eat because they got to eat.
Well, as soon as you say that, Otis is going to kind of do the whole like thumb point at Pearl. You mean like this one?
Yeah.
It's a good point.
Yeah, like Pearl.
Don't know what you're
I
talking
mean,
there's something about this thing that makes him do what he has to do. That doesn't mean that he's evil. But we came in here like he was, and I mean we did come into his home because obviously there's a bed here. It's his home, so I mean I'd attack somebody who came into my house.
I would once again wave the journal around and point like, well, I mean, he was a person, but like he obviously went crazy. And then I would say like, and even, you know, there are some animals that would, you know when they're defeated, flee or make amends.
but even being so, it's established that it has enough intelligence and sentience still.
Well, absolutely. I mean, he was human, and then I throw the journal at Otis.
Well, Jesus. I'm agreeing with you,
I don't,
woman.
I don't
I'm just
feel
saying
like
if you want to
anybody's
read it.
disagreeing here. I think
No,
we're
if
all
you want to
saying the
read
same
it,
thing.
go for it.
I would.
So maybe instead of trying to kill this thing, we try and
I just put the journal in chat for everybody, so now that Gallon has shared it with the group, there it is if anybody wants to copy paste and read before next week or whatever.
I sure will. I'm sorry. What were you saying, Patty? You were saying something.
I'm gonna say, why don't we try and find this thing and see if we can help it instead of trying to kill it? And of course,
Oh.
if he attacks us, then we go back to trying to kill it. But
Is,
Well,
is Otis reading any of this out loud? Because it's worth a read. At above table.
I was just
I
copying and
haven't read it
pasting
yet.
things.
I just want to point out I
I'm-
didn't use AI for this journal. I wrote this journal, so props to me. I'm
Alright.
proud of it.
Let me read a little bit.
That's okay.
I'm reading as I'm talking.
Let's wrap up this week's session. That'll give you guys some time to read this journal and make an informed decision on your next steps for next week's game. So, thank you everybody coming to watch Waters of the Deep. We are so glad to be back, however rough it was to watch. I know I felt a little rough trying to DM there the first hour. But thank you for coming. We will see you next week for episode 61. Have a good week. Bye.
Happy Easter!
Bye.